Wood TV8, Mercantile Bank of Michigan, and Jacobs Financial are proud to support the class of 2020.
Over the past few months, I've often heard the graduating class of 2020 called the class of COVID-19. But defining ourselves by the disappointing way in which this year ended diminishes the importance of the friendships that we've had since kindergarten and the friends we met just a few months ago. It fails to acknowledge the significance of our experiences, from the hours we spent studying to the weeks we spent making fun of the huge new fans in the cafeteria before growing to love them at homecoming, when the room didn't become a sauna an hour into the dance. It denies the importance of the sports we played, the art and music we created, and the last 13 years that the class of 2020 has spent learning and growing together. This year started off as expected. Fall sports and activities quickly drifted into winter. College applications and plans for the future, all swirling and accelerating as we started getting used to being seniors. And then, it was over. No spring sports, no more classes, no prom. It was all just over. That's not how it was supposed to be. At first, the interruption seemed temporary, an extended spring break, perhaps. But as time went on, we all started to feel the loss. We had drive-by birthday parties. We stayed up late into the night, FaceTiming, texting, and Snapchatting our friends. We found ways to stay connected, but the losses were real. And while that was our experience this year, we will not let it define us. Rather than dwell on what we lost, let us celebrate what we did, and look forward to what we will do. Each member of this class has worked hard to get here. 4 years of homework, tests, and grades are now behind us. On our journey to this moment, we all faced challenges and experienced triumphs that made us who we are today. But most importantly, we did so as a community of students, families, and educators. A community that supported us from 9th grade as we transitioned into high school all the way through this spring, when it became clear that we would be saying goodbye without enjoying our final high school experiences. Now, our paths will diverge from one another as we look forward to attending college, entering the workforce, or joining the military. For the past 4 years, a sign in the cafeteria proclaimed, "Preparing students for life's next step." We might not have thought much about it as we ate our lunches each day, but now that it's here, life's next step sometimes feels scary and can create all kinds of fear and uncertainty. This may be the first time we are separated from the friends we grew up with, but it will not be the end of those friendships. The community we relied on and contributed to during our time at Northview will not end when we leave. Like all journeys, the class of 2020s started somewhere. Kindergarten, back in the fall of 2007, the same year that the first iPhone was released. Some of us were beyond ready. We left our parents and walked into school for the first time without even turning around to wave goodbye. Some of us cried and had to be pushed out of the car while we held onto our parents for dear life. And most of us were probably somewhere in the middle. But there was one thing that we all certainly shared. None of us could possibly have predicted what was to come. So, as we continue on to the next step, I encourage you all to remember that we have been here before. We have been afraid, nervous, confused, excited. We've done all of that already. From kindergarten to middle school to this very moment, we have been here before. In kindergarten, we left the community that we knew, our family, to join a new one, our classmates. But we did not lose our old community upon joining a new one. We did not lose our parents when we went to kindergarten. We just expanded our definition of community. And now, we find ourselves on the verge of another big transition. But this one doesn't have to be any different. We don't have to lose our existing community when we join a new one. We just have to expand our definition. And though I'm sure that most every class says, "Let's keep in touch," with all the best intentions of doing so, it rarely works out. So, what makes this class different? In quarantine, we've already proven that we can remain close, even when we are apart. Though COVID-19 has certainly taken a lot from us, it has also shown us that we don't need to be physically together to maintain our relationships and stay connected as a community. The resources that we have available to us have helped us to continue talking to our friends. They have allowed us, or possibly forced us, to continue taking classes and even AP tests. And though some may label us the class of COVID-19, our legacy will not be one of regret. Our legacy will be in finding new ways to fortify our community as we leave this place, much as we have since we left school on March 12th. So even though "let's keep in touch" has been said before, as the class of 2020, we have an unprecedented opportunity to maintain our community as we move forward as individuals. And I know that we are capable of doing that and so much more. To the teachers and mentors that we have had along the way, you cared about our success in and out of the classroom, but more importantly, you cared about our well-being and provided supportive relationships. You guided us through the unique challenges of each year, the constant surprises of 9th grade, the not quite freshman but not quite upperclassmen stage of sophomore year. You helped us as juniors to establish ourselves as leaders, and you counseled us through the angst of senior year as we decided what was next for us. You helped us to build a strong community, and for that, we thank you. To the families of the class of 2020, thank you for your love and support. You helped us to discover our values, and you showed us what is really important. You forgave us and encouraged us. You shuttled us to everything from soccer games to band concerts, and wiped our tears when they didn't go well. Our Northview community would not be what it is without you. And most importantly, to the members of the class of 2020, thank you for helping redefine what it means to be a community, and congratulations on all of your accomplishments.